Today we're going to be talking about Zack Snyder's version of the Justice League. A lot of people are loving it, and we're going to talk about what a lot of people are thinking and how it's being perceived. My name is Hakeem Brown. It is April 1st, 2021, and this is Pop City Culture.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother. Welcome to the most listened to international podcast around the world. Hakeem and Reggie Brown are two young African-American boys speaking the truth. This is Pop City Culture.
Yo, 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 yo. What's up, everybody? It is your boy, Reggie Brown, and I'm here with my brother, Hakeem. Oh, man, this show's gonna be off the hook today. Oh, my God. I ain't even lying, guys. I ain't even lying. I saw this movie. It was off the hook, man. I can't wait. I cannot wait to talk about this movie, man. It is so good. So I'm going to tell you right now, there might be some spoilers. So if y'all ain't seen this movie, y'all better just turn that knob off, go watch it, and then come back on here and catch a replay on our podcast. Anyways, I'm going to hand the baton over to my brother, Hakeem. Here you go, Hakeem.
Thank you for that intro there,
Well, you welcome.
Reggie.
You're welcome,
And
man.
hey, you know what? I'm glad you like the movie, because a lot of times we don't really like seeing the same kind of movies. But you know what? I'm really glad you like this movie. So,
Man, I'm glad I liked it too.
if everybody doesn't know,
A lot of people probably don't know, so you're going to have to speed them up on it. Go back
Zack
and tell me what
Snyder,
happened.
he had to step down from Justice League because he had to deal with some family tragedy. So we're going to go
Mm-hmm.
back a little bit to give you some backstory. So, you know, the filmmaker's daughter, Zack Snyder, she died of suicide in March, prompting him to, this is like in 2017 when this happened. So it prompted him to take a break from the work for hire, Justice League. So Joss Whedon, he finished up the Warner Brothers superhero picture because he said, I've decided to take a step back from the movie to be with his family and his kids who really needed him.
Yeah, they really did need him, in that time. And it's tough dealing with the death in a family like that. I'm really glad he did something like that, man. The man's my hero. Go on.
Superheroes have always been about doing the right thing in the heart of circumstances. Now, Zack Snyder, he's one of the biggest filmmakers in this genre. And if a lot of people don't know, he's the director of what?
Batman versus
Reggie?
Superman. Batman versus Superman, right? Right?
The other movies?
Well, you got me off
So yeah,
guard,
he's the
man.
director of Batman versus Superman, The Dawn of Justice,
Yo, man, I said Batman versus Superman.
and the Justice League. So which is what he was supposed to be doing, But he found himself in a situation where he wasn't able to finish it. So, stepping into the shepherd the movie through the post shooting from additional scenes, that's when we had to get Josh
Whedon.
the Avengers filmmaker and creator of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I don't want to get off track here, but I do remember watching some of the old reruns of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and that I'm gonna tell you, Reggie, what do you think about Buffy the Vampire Slayer? I really want to know your honest opinion. What do you
Man,
think?
I'm gonna tell you that I saw Buffy the Vampire Slayer, man. That show is off the hook. I'm gonna tell you. I saw the original movie, but man, when I see the TV show, that took it to a whole new level, man. That's some acting, that's some good storyline. I just loved it, man.
That's right. Now, Buffy, but for those of you who don't know what Buffy the Vampire Slayer is, it's about this girl who is like destined to be some vampire slayer.
Man, I think they know that already
Okay, Reggie.
by the title, man.
So she goes around killing vampires and stuff, and she's really good at it. And later on, she falls in love with a vampire, and they had a whole bunch of spin-off shows. I'm gonna tell you, That was really, really
Man,
good.
it was beyond good, man. I mean, and for a TV show, man, it's like a movie.
Okay, Reggie, calm down. Calm down, Reggie. Okay. I get
I
it.
mean, the actresses, they were beautiful,
Reggie.
man. You know, whether they the men or the
Reggie.
women, they were all beautiful, man, and the best actors I ever seen in my
Reggie,
life.
do you
know?
ever shut up? Or, I mean, do you ever hear yourself talk?
Man, of course I hear myself talk. What you think? I'm talking, ain't I? I'm listening to what I'm saying. What's wrong? Are you stupid or
Okay, well,
something?
anyways, I'm moving along, okay?
Go on and move along, man.
So-
Nobody's stopping you. Go on and move. Go on and
You know,
move.
a lot of stars,
No, I don't know.
they initially were eager to return to the film, which starred Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, and Ezra Miller. Now, in my mind, I thought it would be a Catholic thing to go back to work, to just bury myself to see if that was the way,
Now, this is what Snyder
Anyway.
said, right? Right?
said an emotional Snyder in an interview from Warner Brothers, So, the demands of the job, he also said, are pretty intense. It's also consuming. And in the last 2 months, I've come to the realization I've decided to take a step back from the movie to be with my family, to be with my kids who really need me. They are all having a hard time. I'm having a hard time.
It's a hard thing to go through, man.
So, when all this happened, when his daughter committed suicide, the studio, they were really fully behind him. And that's really good because, you always want to have your bosses, and that's what the studio is.
Sure do.
Right? Right, Reggie?
Of course, man, you want your bosses behind you, man. I mean, if you're going to work for somebody, you want their full support and stuff, and
Yes,
tragedy
Reggie.
and good times.
So,
you know what I'm saying? What? Go on.
Like we're saying, you can't imagine what it's like to go through something like that. So the death of Autumn, who is Zach's daughter from his first marriage to Denise Snyder, in addition to Autumn, he and Deborah had been raising 7 kids and stepkids.
Wow, that's a lot of kids, man. He's definitely a family man.
He bought a new focus. This brought a new focus for him. So he when he got this chance to do this again, he said, "I want this movie to be amazing. I'm a fan, but that's all pales pretty quickly in comparison." He says, "I know the fans are going to be worried about the movie." Now this is when he was going through everything, but there are 7 other kids that need me. In the end, it's just a movie. It's a great movie, but it's just a movie. Now this is what he said, before he wanted to redo the thing. So Autumn, who was attending Sarah Lawrence College, loved to write. She loved it. Everybody says she loved it. Their daughter had written a sci-fi fantasy novel in the first person. It featured a character. Now, I want everybody to listen to this. Are you listening, Reggie? Reggie.
Yeah.
Reggie, stop
What?
drinking that thing. Are you listening?
Yo, man, I'm thirsty, man. I got something stuck in my throat, man. Man, why can't you just let me drink my stuff, man? Instead of being all the heavy and stuff. Last week, you needed some. Man, get out. Stop using me as an excuse to
like I
whatever
was
you're
saying,
doing.
their
Go
daughter
on,
had
man.
written a sci-fi fantasy novel in the first person. It featured a character who was an outsider who had trouble fitting in.
A lot of people have that trouble nowadays, you know?
It almost parallels her life.
What do you mean almost? It does, my brother.
And they say a lot of writers who write books, they write about stuff that's real to them and parallels a lot of their life. So,
Sure does.
Jack Snyder's, we're just gonna skip it. And I'm really happy that Zack wanted to be with his family.
Yeah, man, I'm happy too, man. That's a sign of a man,
Because
man.
like we say, what do we say?
Family's important.
Family is very important. And when
Man, that's what I just said.
tragedy happens like that, you definitely have to be with your family because
Agreed.
you only have one family, and that's it. So, kudos to you, Zack Snyder, and you seem like an awesome dad.
Man, he definitely
So,
is an awesome dad, man. What you think, man?
We're gonna talk about now.
All right, we're gonna get to it. Good, come on, what are we gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about this movie now.
What are you talking about, Reggie? Since you like to interrupt me.
The movie, man. I want to talk about the movie. Is that what we're gonna be talking about, man? The Justice League movie. That's why we here, right? Bring it on, man.
Okay,
Come
Reggie.
on.
Okay, Reggie. Tone it down. Tone it down a little bit. So,
Man, don't tell me to tone it down. My show too.
the DC
Yeah,
universe
man. That's what I'm talking about.
has never
Go on.
has never been
Go on, man. Go on. Hurry up. Has
has
never been what, man? Hurry up and spit it out. Has never been the greatest, man. That's what to say.
Sorry about that, guys. Somebody was walking by
Oh,
getting my attention.
who's that? Asadori?
You know,
Oh, my
I don't like when
goodness.
everybody walks by and get these
Azadoria in the house. Hey, Azadoria.
Oh, wait a minute. They want to come back and say
Azadoria,
something.
come on back here.
You want
Azadoria.
to say something?
Oh, man, here she comes. Here she comes. Oh, that's my girl. This is my girl. This is my future wife.
Hey, boy.
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
what's up?
this
What's
is
up?
Azadoria.
It sure is. Hey, Azadoria, how you doing, man? I be missing you. I be missing you from the last time.
Hey, what's
Nothing's
up,
up,
guys?
so
Glad to be back.
I'm glad you're
here.
back here too. You know.
Okay, calm down, Reggie. Reggie,
Oh,
calm
man.
down. Reggie, sit down in your
girl,
chair.
My
Reggie,
girl.
get away from her, Reggie. Reggie, get away from her.
Can I sit next to you? Can I sit next to you?
All right, Reggie, you can settle down.
Okay. All right.
Anyways, hey, Azadoria, I'm wondering, did you happen to see the new Jack Snyder Justice League cut yet? It's 4 hours long. It's the 4-hour movie of the Justice League.
It's like real good.
Oh no, but I heard it was really good. I'm so excited to watch it. I'm gonna be watching it in the next few days. I've just been caught up with school.
Yo, Azadoria, maybe we can watch it together. You know what I'm saying?
Reggie, she ain't gonna watch it with you.
Why
Reggie, I
not?
think she's got a
Man,
boyfriend.
she got
So
no
why don't you
boyfriend.
just calm down, okay?
Tell me to calm down, man. It's my show. Why you always gotta be
Reggie,
making me look
You're
bad?
a little too young for me.
Say what?
That's what I keep telling him, Reggie. You are way too
wait,
young for her. She's
I'm
like
11.
in college, man.
No,
She could do better than you.
Stop cutting me off, man. What you say? She could do better than me. Man, get out of here, man.
Oh, Reggie, you just crack me up.
I do, really.
Anyways, well, thank you, Azadoria.
Thank you.
So yeah, Azadoria, we go. Wait. Thank you, Azadoria. Don't walk away. Say bye.
Man, you gonna make her go?
Bye, boys. Nice to see you as always.
Oh man. All right. Hey, I catch you later.
Okay,
future
yeah.
wife.
So like we were saying,
Yeah, okay,
I'm gonna
go
tell
on.
you this here movie,
It was off the hook.
the Zack Snyder cut of the Justice League is really good. You know, not only do they go into depth of all the characters,
All of them.
but they also change the storyline a little bit, which is really cool.
A lot better.
And for those who are true DC fans,
Like me.
who know a lot of the backstory,
A whole lot about the backstory.
in my opinion, you are going to love it. What do you think? What do you think, Reggie? Are they going to love this, Reggie, since you like to talk? Tell me, Reggie. Are they going to love this
Man,
movie?
they're gonna love this version a whole lot better, man, because there's just a whole lot more. It's like you're getting your money's worth. I mean, you ain't never seen nothing like
Yeah,
it,
now,
man.
now I'm going to tell you, when it comes to Aquaman, they go into his story into better depth. And there's a lot of questions that are answered. For example, here's a really big one. When Aquaman shows up in his Aquaman suit and when he shows up with the trident, I'm saying to myself, now, wait a minute. I saw this Aquaman movie. So, spoiler alert, guys. If you didn't, if you saw the Aquaman movie, you want to cut the podcast right now.
Man, you definitely want to
Because-
cut this right now.
We're gonna say something that sort of doesn't make sense. So it's almost like the what universe, Reggie?
I'm gonna call it the Zack Snyder universe, man.
Yeah, okay. So-
Zacky.
Or how about we just say this? How about we say it's explained where he gets the trident. It's explained where he gets the suit, Aquaman suit. However, if you really want to think about it, the Aquaman movie doesn't really go with the Jack Snyder's movie.
Not at all, man.
But the Jack Snyder movie, I think, makes a lot more sense. It's really good.
a whole lot more sense, man, because it was well thought out, man. That's why this guy knows what he's doing.
Now, when it comes to Wonder Woman, I'm gonna have to tell you guys, I'm gonna have to see the movie one more time because they make a reference to Wonder Woman's island where she gets really furious at the end. So I'm gonna have to double check on that and see exactly what happened. But because it was a long movie, but an enjoyable
Man,
movie.
it was real enjoyable, man. Every minute of that movie was utilized
Now,
efficiently.
you know how they got Cyclops? He's the black guy.
Uh-huh.
They go into depth with him. Reggie, I know you love talking about this. You take it
Man,
away.
I'm gonna tell you, when it comes to Cyclops, man, they did it right, man. You got his whole backstory. You got to see what happened between him and his
Yep.
father, the relationship between him and his mother, man. Man, you get to see a whole lot of stuff. Him as a person. I mean, there's a whole lot of trauma in his life, man, and a lot of his pain, he feels it's his father's fault.
Yeah,
so,
I'm gonna tell you.
You see all that.
Cyclops, that was probably, in my opinion, one of the best storylines, the backstories.
Sure was.
And I could understand because they ended up saying he was very upset
Yep, the actor.
at the first cut, and he was happy with the second one.
Obviously, man, look at it.
First, I was saying, what is he? Just another ungrateful actor who's making millions of dollars? But then when I saw what happened, I said, oh my God, I was wrong. I was really wrong. I said to myself, this guy knew what he was talking about. In fact, I didn't know what I was talking about because
Because you ignorant.
apparently when people make movies,
Go on. I'm listening.
they make a lot of extra scenes, but everything doesn't get into the movie. So when it doesn't get into the movie, I can understand now. Now, being exposed to some of this stuff, I was very ignorant to it before. I can understand why some actors would get very upset and say, hey, if you had to use this, they think it would have been better. But then again, it's not their movie.
Yeah, man, it might not be their movie, but some of these actors, they know what's going on. They know what the story is, and sometimes, they got a better angle on it than the director. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you might have a point there. So, anyways,
I got a good point, man. What you mean?
The picture. I'm gonna tell you. So everybody says, "Well, what happened after Josh Wheaton took it over?" It was an okay movie, but yeah, a lot of fans felt there was a lot of stuff missing, and they were really, really upset about that. Henry Cavill, he was shooting Mission Impossible Fallout, for which he had to grow a big, thick mustache because Mission Impossible distributors Paramount wouldn't allow Cavill to shave his mustache for the Justice League visual effects team. So the visual effects team was forced to digitally remove Cavill's facial hair in post-production. But more serious actors of color had their roles significantly cut.
Say it ain't so, brother.
Well, like we were saying, reduced the film, including elements of the roles of Ryan Choi, who is Zing Kai, Eleanor Stone, Karen Bryson, and Iris West, who was Percy Clemson, and cutting a significant portion of the material shot for Justice League members Cyborg, Victor Stone, Ray Fisher, and his father, Silas Joe Morton. Now, Fisher later alleged in an interview with Forbes in 2021 that he was certain that race was a determining factor in the decision to reduce screen time for his multiple actors of color. And, he felt this very, very strongly. So, furthermore, in 2020, Fisher made claims that Wheaton's treatment of the cast and crew while on the set of Justice League was gross, abusive, and unprofessional, completely unacceptable. Now, Warner Brothers Pictures subsequently commissioned an independent investigator into Fisher's claims. What do you think happened, Reggie?
Man, what you think I think happened, man? You ain't gotta be no genius to know what happened. They probably brushed it under the rug or something, man. I hate to say it, man, but that's just how I'm feeling, what I'm saying?
Although the investigation hit on numerous of difficulties, including alleged lying on both parts
Not surprised.
of the investigators and Warner Brothers media, according to Fisher, he expounded on his claims about Wheaton and his experience on Justice League in his Forbes interview. Said race was one of the issues with the reshoot process.
Hate to say it, man, but that's maybe it's Hollywood,
There were massive blow-ups, threats, coercions, taunting, unsafe work conditions, belittling, and gaslighting like you wouldn't believe.
I believe
he
it.
said. Now, following Fisher's allegations, his fellow Justice League members and Aquaman star Jason Momoa threw all of his Atlantean weight around the co-star, posting on Instagram. In February 2021, several weeks after, Fisher issued a statement regarding the treatment at the hands of Wheaton and Warner Brothers following his firing upon the upcoming DCEU film The Flash. Now, Charisma Carpenter released her own statement in support of Fisher. She revealed her own abusive allegations at Wheaton. Now, she's the one who was on Buffy, right? Right, Reggie?
Yeah, man, she was on Buffy, man. She was like a stone killer actress too,
she
man.
had the late 90s into the early 2000s on the set of Buffy Slayers and its spin-off series Angel.
Bunch of talent there.
Now, following Carpenter's statement, numerous of the Wheatonverse alumni, including Buffy star Sarah Michelle Gellar, released her own statement in support of some of what collaborated Carpenter's allegations. Now, I'm going to tell you, how fans reacted to Josh Wheaton's Justice League. Some people liked it, some people didn't. But
it wasn't that bad, but it was all right.
Everybody loved Zack Snyder.
Because it was off the hook,
It
man.
was really off the hook.
That's what I just
and
said.
there was a petition that was started demanding for Warner Brothers to release a version that the film restored the removed scenes of the original vision of Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yep, and that's the Zack Snyder.
He had further filmed before his departure. Additionally, a social media hashtag was started asking Warner Brothers to hashtag release the Snyder Cut, which rapidly gained quite a bit of traction among the DCEU fans. Now, in addition to the virtual hashtag and a letter writing campaign, fans also crowdfunded efforts to buy, guess what, Reggie?
Billboards in Times Square, man. Get some exposure.
Yep, that's right. Billboards in Times Square and San Diego. They also flew a banner over Warner Brothers studio lot and bought ad time during the FA Cup. So, if you guys really want to see this movie, you can watch it exclusively on HBO Max.
Exclusively.
It turns out that persistence sometimes actually does pay off, even in Hollywood. But it helps if you can get some of those A-list stars on board, which is cool. So the official conversation about actually producing the Snyder Cut began after Justice League starred. The Wonder Woman, the Batman, both tweeted in November 19. 2019.
Yeah, 2019.
Snyder Cut. So we are very glad that this got done. We are glad the fans are happy with this 4-hour-long movie because it really does explain a lot, and it's really good.
Sure does. It was really good.
And that brings us to our time again. I'm going to hand it over to my brother to say...
It is time for my big brother's words of wisdom. Take it away.
Zack Snyder has been hailed the god of movies. His resume of success in the movie industry is more than a mile long. But like many people and with family, he has been touched by tragedy. We're sorry for his loss and the loss of his daughter. He is a hero for putting his family above all. That is definitely true love. We all love him as a filmmaker and a father, and we love his family. And I will say all of our prayers go out to him and his family. Now, that being said, I want to say that his version of Justice League, in my opinion, is a landmark to the world. It has been embraced and hailed as a movie-making icon, artistic trophy. It's a masterpiece. Yes, the movie is 4 hours long, but I say it is 4 hours perfect. Not only did it answer many questions, but gave us an even better insight to all of the characters, as well as a better story that is true to the DC universe. All directors, as well as Hollywood, should look at this movie as a template. I say give the people what they want. We want movies where it shows quality. We don't want movies where they cram a story in 90 minutes. We want a whole meal that we can see in 4 hours. Mr. Snyder, this is the greatest movie that I have ever seen, and an even better vision. All I can say is that I hope to see more from you in the future, along with 4-hour movies. Finally, we are getting our money's worth.
Thank you, Hakeem. That was really good. So, I just want to thank everybody for joining us today, and here's my brother again to take us out.
Okay, so I want to thank everybody for joining us here on Pop City Culture. We come to you every week, and I'm going to tell you guys something, too. It's really good to hear from you guys.
Sure is.
And thank you for making us one of the #1 international podcasts across the world. It is such a great feeling, and we're so glad we can bring a lot of the content to you, and we're glad you love it.
We really are glad, and we want to thank you again.
That being said, I do want to say this.
Go on.
Be kind and affectionate to one another. Remember whose you are. We will see you next week here on Pop City Culture.
Yo, man, that's funny, man. We gonna get our money's worth. 4-hour movies. Man, I'm gonna tell you, I like them 4-hour movies, man. I'm getting my money's worth. Thank you, Zack Snyder. You the man. Well, all right.